Hello, and welcome back to another reaction video. We all seen Invincible. Some of you have some opinions of it. It was great, but there was some flaws here and there. And, I just think it's good. I just hope that, one, the animators will get the time what they need to make a good animation. Because, well, you saw it. It just get worse and worse. I just went back in time and rewatched some older superhero cartoons, Teen Titans, Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited, and the DC. I guess the DC rebirth, like adaptation or something like that. And it was so good. Like you can tell, despite the age, there was some details. There was some nice action, nice interactions. Well, not quite, but the animation was good. That's all I want to say. I just hope that they would, spend time in the animation. Uh, do be sure that they be more consistent because lately they haven't been doing that. And just hope they will, go back on top with a little criticism because there's a lot of criticism for this season. But in the end, it was a good ending for a new beginning. And today we're gonna be reacting to the comic book version of it, and this will be from Noah. I will leave a link in the description down below with his channel, and I hope you guys will please, click those tiny buttons down below and let's just get into it.
Alright, so I know y'all been wanting this Viltrumite war video, so I made it. And since that conquest fight is technically a part of it, I decided to add that part to the video as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, enjoy. After beating Conquest in Invincible Season 3,
Jeez,
Mark
dude.
went to Cecil to make sure that Conquest was really dead. Cecil showed him the body like, yeah, bro, you're good. This demon won't terrorize the streets ever again. But he was wrong. Cecil decided to keep him as a pet so he could
This I just don't understand, really, because number one, you could have like some sort of like chip inside of him so that you can do that little like sonic screech in his head like you did to Mark. How come you didn't do that while Conquest was just nothing but mush? Like I'm pretty sure that was pretty easy. But you didn't do that. You just kept him inside this metal container box and see if he will be able to, to talk. And let's just say he was able to contain him. You think Conquest was just gonna tell Cecil what the Viltrum Empire is? Conquest said it himself. He doesn't give a shit on what the Empire is. All he likes is to just whoop someone's ass. So I just don't understand the logic between this.
question him later, but we obviously know how that ended up going.
Yeah,
You would think, after getting his planet nearly destroyed by Viltrumite twice, he'd know not to mess with them.
evil
But no,
Marks.
even Conquest was surprised when he woke up. He knew Cecil was done for this. But yeah, anyway, Conquest heads off, and Cecil's
Damn.
left reeling with the fact that Viltrumite King Bond has just come back from the dead. The first thing that Conquest did when he got back out there was head over to Thrag. Funny enough, you don't actually see this in the original 144 issue run, but in a separate, I guess, issue called The Invincible Returns. I don't know why they did this,
Really?
but I'm glad we got to see this. Because we see General Craig telling Conquest to get on his knees. And look at Conquest, he doesn't even try to fight back. I was really
Oh,
out here
he didn't
wondering if
smack
Craig
him.
is the
Okay.
real demon all along. When the craziest person you know is moving like this when being told to kneel, you know the guy gotta be like that. But it turns out the real monster was behind him. Conquest is all like, please forgive me, sire. I have failed you, my liege. Two honorifics in the same sentence. The glaze is immaculate, and we see the man he's bowing to. Grand Regent Thrad, ruler of the Viltrumites. Conquest. You are an animal, only content with the blood on your teeth and barely controllable. First
He
of all,
he's not
damn.
wrong. He
No
is not
wonder he was
wrong.
telling Mark he was so lonely. He out here getting treated like this. And two, do you see the way he entered the room? Do you see the way he bowed down? He looks under control to me. Nah, the more I learn about Conquest, the more sad I feel for him. You should have met Battle Beast, bro. Dragon proceeds to cuss him out, calling him a
Oh,
worthless.
I've heard that there will be a battle between Battle Beast and Conquest. There was a comic book that touching with not Conquest, Battle Beast, um, comic book story, and which I'm very excited for. I will try to find a picture of it, but it is cool. And let's just say that I see some panels of Conquest, and yeah, no one know just see the future because it is pretty sad for Conquest, and I don't know. It's very cool, really. I will find those uh, imageries and place it for you guys so that you can see it for yourself. But damn, this is this is so interesting.
Bomb for not completing his mission. Then while horrifying with that big ass cloak, he asks him what further use he could be to him. Conquest begs for mercy. Please, my liege, I will not fail again. Honestly, it's not his fault that he didn't know that Invincible's girlfriend was a walking fucking atomizer. Any other variant is getting cooked. So Thrag gives him one more chance. Intercept Mark, Nolan, and their team and kill them all. Or else. Fast forward a bit to the
Oh, okay.
Viltrumite
So
War,
he
and
didn't
we see
ask him
Mark,
for
Oliver, and
a
Nolan
quick
getting
death,
ready to throw
just a
down
second
along with the
chance. Okay,
coalition. While they're
that's
flying,
interesting.
they get attacked by some Viltrumites. And who was leading them? Conquest, with a
Oh
shiny new and
shit.
improved arm. Mark was bamboozled, and look at Oliver. Bro must have gotten PTSD seeing that face. Oh, Mark, it is good to see you again. Bro acting like he just found his long lost love. Look at Mark, he's heated. I am so happy to get a chance to run your fade once more. I trust you left your girl at home this time? Hey, yo, not gonna
Oh.
lie, after seeing what Thrag just put him through, dude is probably genuinely happy to see him again. Conquest was also slandering my boy Tech Jacket, and then he even told Oliver he was happy to see his arm healed just so he could break it again. And what does this idiot Oliver do when he hears this?
Oh no.
He heads straight for him.
Yep.
No sneak attack, no nothing like the first encounter either. No big ass beatdown coming up. He just went for it. Did he fail to forget what happened last time when he
The
went up against
Atlas
him?
gets
Bro, I
smashed.
stretched out like a rubber band and everything
Oh,
fully slowed down.
that was uncomfortable to see. Like he being stretched like that. But it is so weird because we know, well, Invincible fans know, I hope, that Oliver has some good ass memory. How the fuck is that memory not affecting you right now? Like, seriously, you remember your mom even when you were an infant. You know her voice, you know her look, you know everything. And you cannot remember these critical moments and make better decisions for yourself? That is. Okay. Jeez. Is it just a Viltrumite inside of him, or just like the bug species? The bug species is lying about something.
Shout out to Lucan. Dude is built like an African uncle and is still able to throw hands. He
Yeah,
gives off those I'm only here
Steve
so I don't get
Harvey.
fired type of vibes. I rock with him. Oliver didn't even get punched this
Oh,
time. Just one
damn.
slap and he was
Yeah,
down. Should
just
have
like in the
stayed at his
comic.
home. Even Tech Jacket was putting in more work than the so-called
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go back.
Ultramite. Conquest was going after
Oh, hold
everyone.
on. Go
I
back. Go
rock
back.
with
Go
him.
back.
Oliver didn't even get punched this time. Just one slap and he was down. Should have stayed at his home. Even Tech Jacket.
I mean, look at this. Look at what Tech Jack is doing. We got, we got a huge laser. There is something that is coming from his left arm. Oh, that's his right. Yeah, that's his left. And he is trying to strangle him with some tendrils. And in the Invincible show, we see him. No, see her. Sorry, I just forget. We see her only just shoot like as if she was playing Battlefront Star Wars.
Was putting in more work than the
Look
so-called
at that! Those
Viltrumite.
giant ass
Conquest was
gauntlets
going
would have been
after
effective.
everyone.
Where
Got
were
grabbed by
those?
Nolan. Then reversed the situation, saying some Nolan the traitor. I can't believe my luck. I get to kill you too. Bro is just so happy to be here. Really makes me doing this for love of the game. Your
Yay,
son is so
killing!
powerful. You must be so proud. Then Mark came in and just started pummeling him. Mark at this point in the story is way
Oh, look
stronger
at
than
that.
he was when they first fought. So this time, they're actually going hit for hit. Mark got an elbow in, but then Conquest threw him off. Mark kicks him in the face after finding out that Cecil kept him alive. Dude was already plotting murder for that mistake. And Conquest strikes back with a left, saying, "You won't be seeing anyone again." And Nolan is just
Damn.
enjoying it, seeing his son go toe to toe with
Aw,
Viltrum's
that's
best,
sweet.
while his other son is literally fighting for his life. Look at Oliver, man. Who invited bro to the function?
Okay, I don't think we ever seen that. We never seen Nolan ever felt proud that his son became stronger. I think we only saw him just handling Conquest and the other Viltrumite. And the what was the other space the creatures that were accompanying with the Viltrumites.
While everyone is
That's
fighting,
damn. We
the
missed a
Viltrumites
cool
get
scene like that.
reinforcements, meaning that Mark's group has to scram.
Okay, that
This
we seen
idiot
that.
Oliver got his back blown out by a laser, and he
Okay,
had to go get
pause.
some fresh air. And when he saw that, Conquest's predator instinct kicked in, and he headed off to kill him. So he knocks Mark away and goes to touch him. Look at Oliver. I'm sure he remembers the beatdown he got last time.
Oh, okay. One thing. I'm sorry. So the one thing I really appreciate the comic is that it is so bloody. Like when blood spills, it's a mess. Like there's no like pausing or nothing like that. It just drip as times go by. And that's the thing about the animators from Invincible. I wish they would have the time to be able to do like these crazy things. Like someone like from in anime, for example, Demon Slayer. We got One Piece. Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, the animes are just go in the animation, and they just had freedom control, and that's the one thing that I just hope things would change. That people would have freedom control on doing things, really, because we everything is being restricted because of a brand. Like for what's a good example for it? The Marvel and DC comics. So in the Marvel comics, things are being restricted. Mary Jane had to be such a bitch and must not be with Spider-Man and create this awkward, confusing shit. And then we got, in the what was it? Absolute universe, yes, where people can use free, like, reign on doing what type of not animated, but art style, dialogue, story, everything. Like it's so amazing, and it just shows how that is much more better than the alternative. But let's continue.
I'm now, but luckily, Mark makes it down in time and is able to save him. And this
All right,
scene
that's not
really
that good.
shows
I
how much
prefer the
stronger Mark has
alternative.
gotten especially when he's not holding back. Look at how he got Conquest right now. Got Grandpa seeing the gates of hell.
Damn, he
Hands in
looks
the
like
air out
he's
here
like
gasping and shit. Mark
like
while
went
is
through
violating
his
Caesar's
throat and
resistance.
going
And
after
of course,
his
Conquest
yeah.
freaky ass is out here loving it. I know season 4 is gonna make this even freakier than I'm So Lonely.
Uh
Very good.
no, it didn't.
It is nasty work. How are you enjoying this? Mark told him, "Don't hide behind that smile. You are going to die today." But Conquest isn't letting
Wow.
that happen. He starts dragging him around. Conquest was
Okay,
really
that's some
acting
extra
like this would
dialogue
be light
because
work,
Mark
but he
barely
didn't know
said
that
anything.
Mark
I'm
was
gonna
on that
choke you
timing.
to death.
He drags Mark
That's
to
all
the
he
ground
said.
and tries to rip him off. And when that doesn't
Wow.
work, he comes in with a mean body blow. I don't know what bone this is supposed to be,
Okay,
but I
that
can tell
that
you,
was
it should
straight
not
from
be
the
looking
comic.
like that.
Yes.
Then he hits Mark again
Ooh.
and again. But Mark is not letting go. Conquest drags him around
Oh
some
my
more. He's getting
god.
desperate, and he even manages to pierce a hole through Mark's
Oh yeah, we
abdomen.
see that.
And this right here is one of Mark's rawest moments, because after literally getting speared through, dude sat his ass down, saying some not enough. Conquest was quite literally
Gee.
rearranging his guts, and he still wouldn't let him breathe. But luckily, Mark ended up winning the
Well, I think the animators actually did it better than the comics, but still pretty good.
battle of attrition as he beat Conquest,
And it just proves
guts
that
still
Conquest
in
doesn't know
hand.
how the
As
fuck
we
to
can
fight.
tell that he is definitely
Bleh.
dead this time. But yeah, that's the end of Conquest. Shout out to Omni Man.
Up,
He ended up
left,
giving him a proper
elbows
burial
down.
out of
That's it.
respect. Although this man
Oh.
Oliver should have had him thrown out into space. I can't blame him. If I got done the way he did twice by the same guy,
Okay.
I want him gone too. Wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly,
Oh my
wobbly
god.
wiggly. Ooh, Anyway,
Oh,
Omni-Man and
Jesus Christ,
Oliver will have
TikTok.
a lot of time on their
Oh,
hands since Mark needs to recover. So they spend their time training and hanging out with each other, bonding like they're supposed to. And it's kind of sad because they actually seem to be getting along here. Oliver fake as hell,
hmm.
bro. Doing all this just to switch up. While
Okay,
Mark heals
I
up, the
seen. Okay,
Coalition, which is basically
they
Tech
really
Jacket
changed
and
your
Alan at this
scene.
point, are doing their own thing. Zach grew a beard, which is a very important detail for us to know. He's also been getting busy. Alan was confused
Oh,
because he
okay.
thought he had a girl, which he did, but
Hmm.
she ended up cheating on him with another. It's a whole other story. But yeah,
Oh.
I don't even know why he was so
Oh wow.
mad because he asked him the question. But finally, Mark wakes up. And honestly, the beard fits him really well. Surprised they never went this route because he looks hella tough. He
I'm
doesn't even
surprised they
believe
didn't
that
went
he
it,
beat
even
Conquest.
in the
All that he
animated
remembers is the fact
animation.
that he was scared when no one was like, hey, don't get it
He looks
twisted,
like
little
a
man. You
fucking
like that.
badass. Look at
Now,
him.
let's go rejoin the fight. And this was perfect timing, because right now, the Viltrumites are laying waste to Leskria. Look at General Craig. The aura farming is actually crazy. Grand Regent Thrag is here as well. Aura farming per usual, as he plans on avenging the late Emperor Argol. Now, the reason why the Viltrumites were
Oh
easily able to
shit.
destroy them was because of this green alien thing with the humongous yachts.
Oh
Good
my
lord.
god.
This guy turned traitor and deactivated the defenses. And Thaddeus getting mad at someone
Dude.
for being a traitor is so ironic, bro. How could you do this? That's your twin, bro. Ask yourself. But luckily, Tech
Okay, yeah,
Jacket
I think
and
that's a
Alan
good change for
pulled up.
that.
Although it wasn't looking good, Tech Jacket would have gone and crushed to death if not for Thaddeus. And Craig and
The
Alan were
buff old
running the runs.
grandpa.
But then the goats, Mark and Nolan, plus Oliver, pull up.
Plus
Nolan
Oliver.
absolutely clobbers Anissa. I thought he was about to take her off the
Ooh.
damn page. And Mark and Oliver end up destroying the main ship together. And Thrag, who was too busy ore farming with Argo's skull, almost lost it. And he ended up dipping to save it. Oliver talking about some, oh, balls. Shut up, bro. Shut
Dude, are
up.
you
But yeah, with
serious?
that, the Viltrumites retreat,
Old
and those who
balls.
came
Like,
along with them
what's
to
that? Is
attack
it
surrendered.
PG
A
rating
fat
shit?
trader guy who was somehow still alive after getting blicked in the
Alan.
head says that, long story short, it's over for everyone. The Viltrumites are meeting back at Viltrum, and they plan on staging a counterattack. All of them. He
Look at
said
the
that so threateningly
details.
too. This is the same way Vegeta be saying he's the prince of all Saiyans. All what? 3 of them, bro? We aren't scared, bro. Tell them to run our fade. With
I
that,
am the
the
prince
Viltrumite
of
War
all
is
Saiyans.
technically over,
Where's
as all
your
the
kingdom?
Viltrumites have retreated from their posts and headed back to Viltrum. But it's not over, and it won't be over until they either surrender or are destroyed. So Thaddeus gets together the Dream Team, the God Squad, one of the greatest lineups
Oh
ever assembled.
shit.
At the 1, we got Mark, Space Racer at shooting guard, Omni-Man can easily run the 3, Battle Beast at the 4, and at center, we got Alan. And of course,
Yeah,
Tech
Alan.
Jacket makes a great 6th man. And then we got Oliver. He's the dedicated bench warmer slash water boy, averaging 10 claps, 3 water bottles refilled, and 20 cheers per game. Oh yeah, y'all already know they about to go crazy. The squad minus Space Racer pulls up to Viltrum. And 13 from Scissor 7 strikes first. I low-key forgot her name. What was it? Dula. Yeah, that was her name. She was trying to get a monologue off, but Battle Beast was like, hell nah.
Damn.
More fighting, less talking. Then we see Thrag and the rest of the Viltrumites pull
Oh
up.
shit.
And I'm not gonna lie, this Viltrumite with the long hair, she low-key bad. She could take over my planet any day.
I
Space Racer
mean,
finally gets into the fray, bringing
is
a
he
bunch
wrong?
of Ragnars with him. And bro immediately got on that timing, blasting Viltrumites. Alan was going crazy. Even
Oh.
Oliver was getting his hits in. I
What
know that had to hurt.
Damn. Okay, so if you were seeing the from the animation adaptation, why words need to be such that? But yeah, so um Tech Jacket needed to shoot Viltrumites with this little, like, I suppose, like, poison or liquid, something like that, into the Viltrumite because it will make them more vulnerable. Basically, if you play a video game and you have a spell or move or something that can knock down their defenses and you can only hit them for all health, yeah, that's basically what it does, really. And very genius method, really. And it really comes down to bringing with the resources that was used to use against the Viltrum, which is very awesome. And also the nut shot as well. I don't think we ever seen that. No, we never seen Oliver hit someone in the nuts.
And everything was cool until Mark decided to run the fade with Thrag.
Oh,
Get it, moron. Who are
okay,
you
this is
anyway?
different.
Which begs the question, did nobody tell Mark about the 6'10 demon who's the greatest fighter in the galaxy?
No, apparently not.
Thaddeus was in the film room twiddling his thumbs. This is like playing basketball and not knowing who LeBron James is. Becoming
Yeah.
a pirate and not knowing Goldie Roger. What are we doing? Mark got
Has
off
no one
easy.
told him like the
Drag ate that
biggest,
body blow
like
and then
the big
backhanded
guy
that
around
thug
here?
away. But of course,
He said,
Oliver,
please.
dumbass, after seeing his brother get cooked,
Oh wait.
decided to come in and help. This isn't season 3 anymore, man. And this ain't Conquest either. You're not like that no more. And he came in with this lame ass joke too. Hey, dickhead,
Yep.
a black hole called. It wants its suck back.
Yeah. Who gives? He been watching a lot of TikTok. That's the only thing I can think about. He been on TikTok for so long to be this brain rot.
That has to be the worst
I want to
line
kill
I
myself.
have ever heard in this damn comics. And that's saying something. They should have bullied
Jeez.
this little nigga back on Earth, bro.
Viltrumite.
God, you're a funny one, I gather.
Sperm.
Always cracking jokes. Very good. I enjoy a good joke myself. Stop me if you heard this one.
Okay. That I wish they would have used, because the original one, he's just say you're not one of us and just kills him instantly. Oh my god. I think that would have made Thrag much more interesting. Just show that despite him being this genocidal maniac, basically if Hitler had a baby, he would have a bit of a humor. Damn.
First time I saw this, I got out of my chair and hit the celebratory booty dance, bro. I have never been so happy to see someone get cooked like this. Mark came in angry as a wasp, 100 attack and 0 damage. Drag was eating those hits like a training dummy. The most inexpensive nosebleed in history.
Oh,
Drag notes that even
okay.
Conquest feared him. So Mark shouldn't do anything rash, but he was all like, fuck that, I killed Conquest and I'ma kill you too. And that had everyone shocked. And of course, Nolan was so happy to tell everyone that his son killed one of Viltrum's best. Look at that smile. His other son is quite literally dying as we speak. And he's still
Dude.
cheesing like this, bro. Come on.
I think
Still
Oliver
cooking
was a
cooler,
mistake.
bro. This panel is
Jeez.
crazy. I did not know Grandma had it like that. That must have been a good enough distraction, because this is where Thaddeus makes his move. While Space Racer shoots one of his bullets, Mark, Omni-Man, and the Traitor make their way towards Viltrum,
Okay.
going straight through its core. And
Now I've already seen this and how this was much better than in the cartoon animation, whatever. And well, if you watch my my DCAU versus the Invincible. Okay, no. It was, can the Viltrum Empire invade the DCAU universe? And we were concluded that the things that were shown here doesn't make them like powerful per se, because you know, Thaddeus, Nolan, and Mark didn't hit nothing. But here it was much more awesome. But I don't know what you think. I just think that I think it makes things more inconsistent, maybe, for me. But it is what it is.
absolutely destroying it. Nolan was so locked in for this, and I find it hilarious that 2 of Argo's hairs just decimated the planet that they were supposed to rule. And the Viltrumites were not
Oh,
happy about
shit.
this. They got straight back to jumping these 3. Look at Oliver. Bro is still floating around, and ain't nobody
How is
cared.
he even
But with
alive?
that,
Like,
Thaddeus
surely
knows
that shit
there are
would
many
have
Viltrumites, and
destroyed
it's time
his
to surrender.
like body,
And this
his
dude was just
insides,
waffling,
because
bro.
it's in
He's
space.
cooked, and he absolutely knows it. Pulled up like he was about to do something to Thrag, just to be treated like a Lego. Took that boy's head off. Then he
Okay, so
crushed it.
Alan
And
was
look
the
at
witness
Alan. He
that,
could
yeah,
not
witness
believe this.
to
I know he got PTSD.
Nolan. Okay.
And it's not looking good. Battle Beast is down,
Oh,
along with
shit.
Oliver and Thaddeus, and Thrag got his arms crossed, telling them to grieve while they can. It has never been more over than right now. You are all next.
Damn.
Just ended already, bro.
Okay, they
And the
kept
first
that.
person he went after ended up being Mark as well. Mark tried fighting back,
Ooh.
but Thrag was eating these hits. He genuinely had Mark
Damn.
looking crazy, bro. Look. He giving bro the noogie of doom and destruction. Nolan came in to save the day, but it was not looking good. Thrag was putting that belt to ass, BTA. Mark is still holding his head over here. Even Battle Beast was no match for the Grand Regent. As he
Damn.
tossed
Bye,
him aside
kitty.
like he was a kitty cat. Alan was getting absolutely
Oh,
jumped. No wonder
shit.
he wanted to exterminate these niggas later. They did not give bro the faith of a one-on-one. This is
Damn.
insane.
Oh, he broke his arm. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Where how did he even like got the casket? First of all, because when we met him and with this ridiculous outfit, he was, he had his arm, amputated, and so he's wearing a cast. So I was like, how the fuck did that happen? Because when they escaped, they managed to, run away. But this explains it. And okay.
5 on his ass right now. Jesus. Space Racer genuinely saved the day, man.
Oh
Along with hitting the
shit.
most bodies today. He got Alan in check jacket and got out of there. But he left Omni-Man and Mark to run the fade with Drag. And like I said, it is not looking good. Mark is all like, how do we beat him? And Nolan deadass says, it's over. What do you
Oh
mean it's over? Bro didn't even try to fight back. He's just that strong. He was out here choking the both of them
wow.
at the same time. Nolan was literally saying his last goodbyes to Mark as well. He tried freeing Mark so he could escape, but Thrag was on his ass, man. Look at this. He got chased
Okay,
down a
they
Hall of
can't
Fame,
be there.
grabbed Mark by the hair, and had him looking like he's taking back shots. Then he beat the brakes off him. Would have been impaled for the second time if
Shit.
Omni-Man didn't take the hit. He's
All
about to
this
kill Mark as
blood,
well,
dude.
but he stopped because he realized that he needed all the Viltrumites that he could get. Craig was like, no, they're not loyal. But Thrag little broed him and
Oh,
said that
that's
he needed them.
interesting.
So the Viltrumites leave, and later, a coalition ship saves the two of them from
Damn,
dying.
dude.
And everything actually seems pretty good. Mark's alive,
Yeah,
Nolan
that's
is
the
still with
outfit.
us, and unfortunately, Oliver is here too.
Why? Just
Although,
why?
they had to
It's
give
just
Bro
these
some
moments
auto-milk
where,
so he
hey,
can
this
function.
guy is making
And
everyone angry,
shockingly,
then
it seems
okay,
that
let's
the
keep him.
Viltrumites are
Like,
gone.
Jesus.
They have
This is the same thing that's going on in One Piece. Like, you have these characters that have no relevance whatsoever. You just brought them just for nostalgia, or you just wanted to make us upset. Like, for example, that mankind wannabe ass that who abused Robin excessively. Is that a word? Yeah, no, but he abused the living hell out of her, and it is just like, it's just confusing why he survived getting his spine breaking, like absolutely crack. Like, I don't understand why did you brought him and he's still alive. Like, his stories was done. Like, he was no more interesting story, an interesting person. We all know what he is, and he deserved to die. Like, there is nothing he couldn't bring to the table, nothing. But Oda decided to bring him back to life. Like, this isn't even the first time he does this. I mean, the eagle that survived that nuke, as an example, and yeah, it just, I will say that it's quite inconsistent in One Piece as well, because for this series to go that long, there will be some hiccups really, and then Oda had to give some explanations on why he did it really, but still it just doesn't make sense. I mean, Lucy, like, bringing him back didn't add nothing to Egghead. All they just wanted to bring back to old times. In my opinion, that is because we all know that Gear 5 Luffy was gonna whoop his ass. Like, there was no way that leopard was gonna do nothing against a character who can use Toon Force ability. There was nothing he could do. Nothing, but whatever.
Scene, and the coalition has no idea where they're at until Mark realizes that they're probably on Earth, and he has a crazy
Oh
imagination, man.
shit.
I thought this was all real for a moment. He was so worried that bro hopped off the ship before they even got in
Okay,
the
this was a
atmosphere, and he
1-to-1
headed
as
down.
well.
But when he got there, they didn't see anything. Seems like they're not here. Bro had 1 second to smile before Thrag
Oh
pulled up
shit.
horror farming. And once again, that hairline stays undefeated. The fur cloak doubling as a cape along with the plated wristbands and the belt along with the abs showing
I
through the
wonder
fit.
who's the
Drag's outfit
designer.
stylist needs a raise, bro. Mark was just waffling. I killed Conquest. I'll fight over
Dude,
to kill
oh my
you.
god.
Stop holding on to that Conquest fight, bro. We done with the 90s. This is like saying I beat the Bucks, now I'll beat the Thunder. I beat Inter, so I can beat PSG. Actually, maybe that's a possibility. Anyway, Brad tells that little boy to get off him, and then he states his case. At the end of the day, he needs to save his people. And since Mark took his planet, he's now taking his own. Besides, it's not like he could do anything to make them leave in the first place. Their plan is to intermingle with the humans
Okay.
so they can create more Viltrumites and slowly restore the Empire. And basically, he has no choice. So after some consideration, Mark agrees, effectively ending The Viltrumite War.
Yeah, well, there were some differences between the show and the comic book as well. And it was very interesting to compare the two and see which is similar and which is different. So thank you so much for watching. What do you guys think about it? You thought it was that they should have adapted more of in the comics, or they should have adapted a bit less? I will leave the original video in the link in the description down below. Thank you, Nova. I forgot his name, Nova. Nova, for making this cool video, and I hope everyone be safe and you know take care of your loved ones. Bye.